Hello viewers, welcome back to class. There's an emergency question for us to attend to in today's class. So don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not done so, and ensure that you turn on the post notification bell for more exciting videos when they are uploaded. And also don't forget to avoid every unnecessary distraction and do not skip any part of this video for your own benefit. And for any reasons you do not understand any aspect of this video, please pause, replay, and replay it over and over again until you understand it. Of course, you can understand it even from the first one, but you can watch it over and over again until it sinks. Now, so we are asked to show that x raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. X raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. Now, with this, what we have on the board is exactly an equation. For any equation to be true, the left-hand side must be equal to the right-hand side. Now, in this case, the left-hand side of this question is x raised to the power 0, and the right-hand side is 1. Now, we have to show whether x raised to the power 0 will give us 1. So, what do? We want to work with x raised to the power 0 only. Because we cannot simplify 1 further, but we can work on x raised to the power 0 and see how the result will be 1. Now, listen carefully. This problem we are to prove here now cuts across anything that is raised to the power of 0. Because that is what it states, that anything at all raised to the power of 0 is 1. So even u raised to the power of 0 is 1. If I say all the universities in Nigeria raised to the power of 0, it means it's 1. Are you there? The same thing is applicable. So anything that we are using x here does not mean it is limited to x. It's actually anything raised to the power of 0. So in this problem now, we are to show how anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So let's get to work. Now on the board, let me start working with the left-hand side. Left-hand side, alright? Which is equal to x raised to the power of 0. Now, do you know what will actually give us 0? The first method is to look for two values that their difference will give you 0. And for the difference of two numbers to give you 0, the numbers must have equal values. They must be of equal size. They must be of equal magnitude and of equal sign. Are we there? Yes. For the difference of two numbers to be 0, the two numbers must be the same. This is the rule 1 we are going to use now to solve this. I know that 2 minus 2 is 0. Correct? Yes. So if I want to replace this 0 now, I will find a number such that if I subtract it from another number, it will give me 0. And there is no other number than a number being subtracted from itself. And that's exactly what we have here. So equally, I can use 1 minus 1 is 0. I can use 3 minus 3 is 0. I can use 5 minus 5 is 0. I can use 10 minus 10 is 0. I can use 500 minus 500. Any one I choose to use here, they are all 0. So the first method to show that anything raised to the power of 0 is 1 is to first of all take a particular number, and subtract it from itself to get 0. Then we will now replace this 0 by the numbers. Are we there? But we are going to work with the first one. So we come, this is our left hand side, is equal to x. Now in place of x, in place of 0, we are going to replace it with what? 2 minus 2. Don't forget, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So now that we have 2 minus 2 equal to 0, I will now replace 0 with 2 minus 2. What next? We will now convert these indices to the other form where subtraction turns to division. Are we there? So when we come to the second law of indices, we have that a minus b as a power was generated or obtained from x raised to the power a divided by x raised to the power b. Are we there? So this is exactly the same thing as x raised to the power 2 divided by x raised to the power 2. And I have explained countless times that a divided by b is the same thing as a over b. If this is accepted, then we can have this to be what? X raised to the power 2 over x raised to the power 2. And guys, you know that anything divided itself is 1. Is that correct? Yes, anything divided itself is 1. So this would have given us the same thing as x multiplied by x all over x multiplied by x. X cancel x, S cancel S, all 1, all 1, all 1, all 1, which are giving us 1 multiplied by 1 over 1 multiplied by 1. 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1, which is equivalent to 1. Therefore, x raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. Anything at all, not just x, anything at all, raised to the power of 0 is 1. So you can use any other number. Now, I didn't mean that we use 3. Here is 3, here is 3. At the end, here will be 3, here will be 3. That's all. If we use here to be 5, here will 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 be 5, and we'll have 5x here, we'll have 5s at the denominator. In as much as what you have at the numerator equals to what you have at the denominator, when you divide the numerator with the denominator, you will have 1. So anything divided itself is 1, but anything subtracted from itself is 0. Are you there? Simple as this. So guys, I hope with this method you now know how to prove or how to show that anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. Now, what you will do for me, help me find 99 raised to the power of 0. Show that 99 raised to the power of 0 is 1. I'll see you guys in the next class. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not done so, and ensure you share this video if you find it helpful. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you.